Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about crafting your 15-star weapons. Now, I know 14-star weapons just came out not too long ago, however, there's a lot of people that want to just prepare for the 15-star weapons when they do come out. And so today's video is mainly going to be focusing on the Austere Weapon, which they named it something else on the NA server for whatever reason, but we're going to be mainly focusing on that specific weapon. If you're new to the channel, I do upload PSO2 content daily, so if you do play this game, I really would appreciate a subscribe. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the main guy that you're going to be talking to be combining all your weapons is going to be Ziggs over here. So for example, if I go to the melee weapons and I go to katanas, you can see that the Lumiere weapon over here requires 3 separate weapons, all plus 35 in order to create this weapon. And later down the line, we'll be able to create 15-star weapons through Ziggs by combining multiple weapons. Now, a lot of people, myself included, got very confused simply because we don't play the JP server, but we heard about some weapon where you needed your Nemesis weapon, your Raven weapon, and you mash 2 other weapons together and you create a 15-star weapon. That was about the limit of my knowledge of this Austere weapon. And so I did a little bit of research and I talked to a bunch of JP veterans, and they gave me all the information I needed to make this video. So thank you. So to explain the step-by-step, we'll be jumping over to my second monitor. Alright, so this weapon on the JP server is called the Austere Galande NT. However, on the NA server, it's currently called the Austere Galande. They're the exact same weapon, they have the exact same stats, everything is exactly the same. However, on the NA server, we are unable to craft this weapon, and apparently it drops from Profound Darkness level 71 plus, which is the extremely hard difficulty. So ever since the update, which was 2 days ago, I've run Profound Darkness around 20 times so far, and unfortunately I have not seen this weapon drop, but then again, it is a 15-star weapon, so it is supposed to be super rare. But let's talk about crafting this weapon. This weapon is currently not available on the NA server. You cannot craft this weapon yet, and so we're basing everything off the JP servers. So please take this with a grain of salt, as I'm not 100% sure if the NA server will follow the JP server with the crafting. But on the JP server, you need to collect 4 weapons over here. So the first one is the Austere or Invade. You gotta pick one of them, and lucky for us on the NA server, we can get the Invade weapons through the unique weapon badge trade shop. Then we need a Raven katana, we need a Nemesis weapon, and we need an Ares weapon. So a lot of people may be confused on like, okay, where do we get the Ares weapon? So the Ares weapon currently drops on ultimate missions right now. So ever since the new patch that kicked in with episode 5, you can check on ultimate missions and you'll see that Ares weapons do drop. How do I know this? Simply because my brother got one and you know, he was like, what is this? I was like, oh my gosh, he freaking beat the game. So that's how you get your Ares weapon. So you collect all 4 of these weapons plus 400 X cubes and you'll be able to create the Austere weapon. Keep in mind, all of these weapons need to be plus 35. So why is this weapon so good? And it's simply because of the stats. So you can see over here, when you get the weapon to plus 35, just its base damage is going to be 1971 melee power. That is a ton of damage. Not only that, its special ability factor, or SAF, will be power 6, which will give you 45 additional S attack. And it supports 3 of the S abilities, which is S1, S2, and S3. And on top of that, you're able to pick 1 out of the 3 passives over here. So the last 2 over here you guys should be familiar with. It's simply the Nemesis potential as well as the Raven potential. It's the exact same thing. There is no change here. However, Phantasmal Darkness may be new to you, and it simply gives you additional power based on your Photon Blast gauge. So if we look at the NA version, you're going to notice that the translations are a little bit different. It's called Dark Phantom, Shield of the Dark Saint, as Shield of Dark Temptation. So again, these 2 are the exact same weapon. I just want to clear that up. Alright, now to just prove my point on collecting those weapons, we will go over to the swap shop first, and I'll show you all 3 weapons that you can pick up now if you want to prepare. However, again, do take this video with a grain of salt. I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same as the JP servers. But you can come here, you go to exchange badges, exchange unique weapon badges, and right here are the Invade weapons. So for us, since we are a katana user, we will be picking up the Invade Galande, as you can see right here. However, do pay attention, that the weapon will only go up to plus 30. So you'll need a total of 6 copies of the Invade Galan. It costs 400 tokens each, so that will be 2,400 unique weapon badges, okay? And that is just the Invade Galan itself. Then if we scroll down here, you'll see that you can also get the Nemesis Cougar. However, if you get it from the shop over here, you'll notice again that it only goes up to plus 30. So again, you're going to need 6 copies of the Nemesis Cougar, which again is another 2,400 unique weapon badges. Then we scroll down a little bit more and there will be the Raven Katana or the Raven Cougar. And again, you'll see that it only goes up to plus 30. So you're going to need 6 copies of the Raven Cougar as well in order to get this to plus 35. So if you're getting everything through unique weapon badges, you're going to need a lot of unique weapon badges, okay? Now to show you that you can get Ares weapons from the ultimate missions. So if we come over here, we go to subquest, we go to ultimate quest right here. My brother got a Talus from Amduskia. So we're going to go to view quest log right here and go to item log, and literally at the very top right here, Ares Talus. He is the only one who got this Ares Talus. So the drop rate is awfully low on Amduskia. However, if we go to Nefarious and we go to the item log, you're going to see that there's a lot more Ares that have dropped. You've got an Ares Buster, Harmonizer, Edge, Kaiser, Sword, and Boots, alright? So if you are farming for Ares weapons, I suggest that you just farm Nefarious, as the monsters in Nefarious are a lot easier to kill than Amduskia, because Amduskia you always have to fight that superpowered Anga at the very end, which is very time consuming, while in Nefarious you can keep looping indefinitely and the mobs are a little bit easier to handle. So if you have a lot of time on your hands, or you simply have that itch that you really want to play PSO2 and you really want to start farming for future stuff, then by all means you can start collecting all of these weapons. However, I repeat for like the 5th time that please take this video with a grain of salt. All the research done for this video is based off the JP servers. We don't know if they'll change anything on the global server. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the